got demoralized. We're like, why is our manager asleep? We're playing for TI. I think that was the last time he ever did that, though. He learned his lesson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now he does not sleep through anything anymore.
Quincy Cruz,
Yeah, I bet he damn near had a heart attack.
Evil
Yeah, I think he
geniuses
almost
turn
did.
to
That's the
ban.
problem. Like, Jack back then was not in a condition where you could scare him like that. Like, it might have actually killed him, you know?
Turn to ban.
I was worried for the guy. Like, he was having a panic attack. His face was white. His chest is heaving. He's like, "Oh, what do you guys mean?"
Evil geniuses turn to ban.
Oh shit. All right.
Now he can take. Now he can take a hit like that.
Now
Gotta
he
give the
can,
man
yeah.
props. Now he's a beast.
He's been very active. Dropped a lot of weight. Very happy for him. I feel much
10
more. I
seconds
feel much more
remaining.
comfortable seeing him now. Because before I would see
5
him and I would
seconds
literally be
remaining.
worried for his health.
I mean, he was worried for his health, so yeah.
Yeah.
But he got his shit together.
You hear that, chat? He got his shit together. It's never too late to get your shit together.
Yep.
Jack's what, 30 something?
Quincy Cruz.
He's like 58
turn
or
to
something. I
ban.
don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
In Dota years.
Evil geniuses turn to pay.
Damn, his birthday is not on his Wikipedia.
Yeah, I don't even know what his birthday is.
10 Evil geniuses turn Quincy.
All right, so they give up the IO to Quincy Crew. EG feeling like, okay, we've got a game lead. We can give Quincy Crew the IO. We'll see if they regret
Big
that
mistake.
choice. Yeah, yeah.
Big mistake. I'm telling you.
10 seconds.
Don't give
remaining.
this team IO. Unless you are prepared.
5 seconds remaining.
But EG are prepared, so.
Well, TSM, they gave IO to Quincy Crew twice. And the first time they beat it was with an opening of Weaver Storm Spirit. So that was like very single target, like you could actually get on top of the IO and kill him. This I feel like is just like overwhelming team fight damage. Like Snapfire Mars is one of those, like you might have a save, but they just do so much damage together.
Yep. This is not an opener that's easy to answer because it's like, what do you want to take here? Do they want to just go that Leshrac route that we saw yesterday? They choose not to, and they just go for, let's try and match the team fight. A classic Mars answer in Tide Hunter of like, you can't go on me, so ha ha ha, what are you gonna do? But the downside is you end up with this IO Tide Hunter, which is a little awkward. Depends like what your carry is, but I would really push for them to get like a strong carry with this IO, because I don't think Tide does too much with this hero in terms of snowball or laning or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah. It would have to be like a pretty weak carry for Tide Hunter IO to really abuse you.
Yeah. And we see EG ban that Lesh anyway, which I think is good. I think that was like Quincy's big, like their strongest strat with that IO, and it didn't look like they had nearly as good of backups when it got banned on the TSM game. So
10 seconds
pretty interesting. The thing though is there's a lot of mids already getting banned because Quincy first phase banned Puck and Storm. Pretty interesting. And obviously the Quap is out, so we're seeing a lot of these ranged heroes get banned.
So not only is Abed's pool shrinking, but the available heroes to assassinate this IO easily are also going down. Still got a few more spirits left in the pool.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I expect to see, like, we might even see some mids taking second phase here just because the pool is going to be so low.
Yeah.
And then generally people step up and like I could see EG take a Void Spirit out of phase here if they feel like enough of the counters got banned or something like that. We'll see what happens with that. The flip side, we're talking about these strong carries that Quincy can take. If they want to take a carry second phase, they ban the Luna and Wraith King's out.
5 seconds remaining.
So again, like if they want to pair something with this IO from carry, it's like the Ursa or the Sven route. They can also just go the Medusa or Terrorblade and then try and get something from mid. But then it goes back to how many mids are you going to get that pair of this IO? Then you might just end up with a draft that's like, who even uses the ball? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yep, they really have to keep these in mind and make sure their bans are on point here for what they want to do.
All right. Looking a little spooky here for Quincy Crew. Ban away Medusa, which I think is definitely a hero that just doesn't really give a shit about Tidehunter.
Yeah, he doesn't really care. Tide has some good gameplay later on, like the Anchor Smash owns Medusa.
Yeah,
And
especially if
like
you
I
get
think
the reduction talent. That's pretty
yeah.
nice.
And that's like his one interaction, but in general, like Deuce as a hero doesn't honestly she doesn't really care about anything if she hits her timing. So that's how I see the hero.
Sure.
Like as long as she can get there and she gets Aegis and she starts hitting your high ground, like so what? Unless you're like sniper or something.
Any
Nobody
chance
plays
that
sniper.
Quincy Crew is going to play this Tidehunter 5 position and you still have the offlane open?
That is an option. They played it on Ponlo before.
Yeah.
But then you're stuck in this position where you have IO tied supports. You better get some early playmakers. Like then you need these like Mars, Axe, Storm type heroes that can jump and create stuff because tied IO it ain't creating anything, tell you that much. Like they're
Yeah.
basically just farm bots, stay behind your cores, waddle in and hope something happens. So you're like that's what I'm saying. This opener's it's a tricky opener for Quincy. They need to figure out what direction they want to go and again make sure they ban for it because they're first pick. So this second phase is tough because you're getting, EG is going to take their support probably and hold their two cores. Like they're probably just going to take Grimstroke here or Disruptor or something like this, and then you have to answer a lot of team fight with two cores blind. Not easy to do.
Evil geniuses turn.
What do you think
They're
about
terrible.
Witch Doctor for EG? No, they go for the Bane. Okay.
Bane is Bane's Bane. Never wrong. The Witch Doctor I think would have been okay. I think like Witch Doctor, Grim, or Disruptor are all interesting because they help deal with the tide,
Yeah.
which is kind of the only thing they don't have right now. Bane doesn't really help do that. Bane's pretty awkward to play versus tide a lot of times. But it's like good BKB or single target.
Okay, well, there's one playmaker.
Templar
If you get the
Assassin.
Templar Assassin, they've already chosen their carry in the TA. So TA Tide was their support carry combination last time they did this with Ponlo. So
Yeah.
still an option.
So now this is really like we're keeping the tide flex option open.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's kind of no reason to take
5
two cores here.
seconds remaining.
But yeah, I mean, we were saying all these mids get banned, so if Void Spirit does end up getting picked up, there's still an Ember in the pool,
Quincy Crew's turn to ban.
and there it is.
Yeah.
So
Good call.
I'm not sure if that trade was super favorable for Quincy. I think Ember is like the best option there. I almost would have said ban Ember over Medusa, but I understand they're worried about this Medusa on the 18 because the 4 heroes they have would not really have answered it either. So it's just a tough position. And this matchup isn't the end of the world, but it is like it's just a nice Ember pick for EG because Ember gives them more of what they want, which we talked about this Bane Snapfire support duo last game. It's kind of the same idea, like Mars plus a Spirit mid who can go in, and the fight setup's looking pretty good for them.
Evil geniuses.
All right, what
turn to
do you
ban.
feel like they still need like more active? Void Spirit by himself is not enough, right? You still want a active playmaking. Does Legion Commander fit close enough into that mix, or do you need something
Quincy
more
Crew's
active than that?
turn to ban.
Oh, I don't think Legion does much for you here
Okay.
because EG's damage is just all kind of like we're just gonna keep running at you. I think it's just too slow as well. Like remember, if you take this Legion now, you have tied IO subs. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it just gets really weird unless you think the
10
IO Legion's gonna
seconds remaining.
decimate the last pick, but they have last pick, so it's unlikely.
5
Uh,
seconds remaining.
But I agree with the idea. Like, I don't think just the Void Spirit's enough here. They need something else to create some action, like some really fast-paced action here. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I don't really think it's another support, so maybe you do just have to play this Tide TA lane and get something with this IO. That's a
IO
tough ask, though.
Night Stalker, good against Mars Ember. Not bad against these supports either.
Evil
I was
geniuses
thinking Night Stalker,
turn
but
to
it's
battle.
really farm heavy.
Yeah.
The troll razor bands makes me think they're going towards that Legion route. They're gonna have lockdown issues too, though. Who's stunning this Ember right now?
10 seconds remaining.
Not an easy pick. Do not envy this position.
5 seconds remaining.
There's like Doom or something, or I mean, offlane Ricky isn't even that bad, but
Crew's
I don't
turn
know.
to pick.
All right, we're going to find out. Are they actually going to go for a different offlaner and stick with the Tide 5? And if they do, how active is that hero going to be able to be? It's not going to be the Legion Commander. That
10
gets banned by
seconds
EG.
remaining.
Axe,
5
Night
seconds
Stalker.
Very tough pick. Very tough. Trying to think of like what Kezu plays too. I mean, he plays like Pangos and Sand Kings a bit, but doesn't feel like enough oomph. Slardar. Interesting. So they get the IO Slardar, which is pretty formidable, and then you get the minus armor synergy now, right? So
Yeah,
you're kind of giving your draft this
10
overall
seconds
idea of TA Slardar Tide, minus armor, high physical burst, early
5
Roshan type
seconds
deal.
remaining.
So I like that aspect of it. I just worry about their ability to create the early play auction and especially deal with this Ember in the mid game. Because
Yeah,
Ember looks like he kind of has a free game.
I'm never sure about like just the Slardar going blink first. So I don't necessarily look at it as like the most active hero either, alongside Legion Commander, right?
Yeah, also, there's like a PL in the pool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That looks pretty damn good here.
Any other illusion heroes? No TB. Naga's still there.
I mean, yeah, Naga. So, like, one of those just looks... I mean, Arteezy is the illusion fiend, right? This is his
Yeah,
bread
yeah.
and butter. Bit worried for Quincy, because this Naga is looking pretty juicy. Same reason I was thinking PL. Who is killing illusions in this game?
No.
Quinn? I mean, is okay, but like... I don't know. This is looking like another really tough game for Quincy, to be honest. I think Iowa Slaughter, you have to snowball, you have to be able to win the lane. So that is the big thing. Can Kezu Milan just dumpster this Naga Bane? There's potential, but it's not easy. And I think if the EG gets into the mid game on even footing or slightly ahead, it's just like too many things to deal with. Ember, he's going to be invincible because there's no stuns. Too many heroes that can't deal with the Naga illusions. Like, not that many easy grip cancels. Kind of a tough situation. Quincy really needs to do well in their lanes and snowball their early.
Now we heard your gripes about Naga Siren before, but this is different, right? First of all, you held Arteezy as being the best Naga Siren, and
Yes.
also I feel like EG has like a 4-man that is able to fight no matter what their carry is, sort of deal, right?
Yes, that also helps. They don't have any like crazy synergies with Naga, but those are hard to get. I think, yes, Arteezy is still the best Naga in the world, in my opinion. If he's playing at his highest potential. I think EG is the best Naga team as well. They understand how to play around this hero. This is a new roster, though, so maybe they lose some of that.
Sure.
And we saw this Ember Naga in that other game where Quincy was playing it. And I think this combo can be good. But in the Quincy game, they didn't really have enough oomph on the other three to get into that mid game. Here, I think EG does. I think Snap Bane Mars is like exactly what you want from those other three to help Ember get into that mid game and clash without the Naga having to come to the fights.
Right.
So I think you're spot on there in terms of like, this to me looks like a fine Naga last pick because his team is capable of taking the brunt in the early game, and then like he has really good matchups in this game in terms of his illusions are kind of unchecked.
All right, so I'm presuming we're fine with the lanes on both sides, right? There's no real reason to try and dodge or anything like that.
Yeah, this Naga has pretty favorable matchups on both side lanes. I doubt EG wants to dodge anything, and Quincy's not gonna like
30
try and
seconds
aggro a
to
Naga with a TA. I think it's too weird.
Yeah.
So probably just standard lanes, and that's gonna be the big question: is how much does Quincy get out of their dual lanes? Because they need to win them. I don't think it's enough to just go even. I think this Isle Starter needs to like chain kill the Bane and start snowballing on control, and I think this Tide TA needs to hold their own against Mars Snap. Like, I don't think you can afford deaths down here. It's gonna be too snowbally.
And well, Quincy Crew already off to a better start. They got 2 bounty runes this time. It's an even game.
Thanks.
I have to admire Ponlo for his truly horrific cosmetics on Tidehunter.
You're not a fan or what?
Well, these are just old cosmetics. So if you look at them closely, I remember the shark especially is real old, and I'm pretty sure they are horrific when it comes to quality. They do not look good at all.
I mean, to give him some credit though, he's probably not a Tidehunter spammer, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's played it twice already in these regionals. That's like probably over 25% of their games so far played in this finals.
Yeah, but he's playing in NA, so he doesn't have money to buy fucking Tidehunter cosmetics.
Okay.
You gotta get by on what you can. Maybe you get some of those Crimsons at TI, then you can afford some bling, but...
True.
You know, he wasn't at TI, so... Boy's gotta make do with what he's got.
Yeah. Is this the official cast? It is the official cast. Valve hired us, me and SVG, to do the official cast on our own channel. There's nobody else covering Quincy Crew versus Evil Geniuses right now. It's just us. You found the hidden stream, the hidden official stream, so thank you for joining us. Be sure to spread the word that this is the official stream.
We're not officially saying that, but, you know.
We're not officially saying we're the official, but unofficially, we're the official stream.
Exactly. Something interesting, this bottom lane. Yawer went Refraction Sideblades, no meld. Which, generally, you take meld on this hero versus the melee cores, because it's just so powerful. But playing, like, more defensive, just trying to sustain through more of the damage. The problem with this is you run out of mana, like we're seeing here. Refraction is expensive. 100 mana, you only get 3 of them. You pop them pretty fast. He's getting some stick charges back, but, you know, Meld's only 35. It's a way more efficient spell damage-wise. And I also feel like Snapfire can just break it, too, so...
Yeah, that's same point I was just about to put across. Multiple instances of damage on level 1 refraction. That's not going to go so well. I mean, those first couple of hits from Lil Shredder do the least amount of damage, too, because you're building up that minus armor. So.
Yeah. I'm not sure about this. I don't think it's going to play out that well for them. I also think their best timing on this lane is level 1 with the Meld Gush. Not an easy trade to just go into Mars Snap, but, like, I don't think the trade gets better for you, right?
Yeah.
And bam, there's some feeding off the Jerax Bane. This is exactly what you want to do.
Hi, SVG, you're going to be a great caster. Lovely choice of words there.
I mean,
Feeding off the Jerax Bane.
What else would you call it? That's the reality. It has nothing to do with Jerax. I'm just saying, IO Slardar, your goal is to feed off somebody in the lane, and it's way easier to feed off the, like, you know, slow-ass Bane than this high-armor Naga with 330 MS. That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait till I get to hear you cast some Marcy games and have her throw people around, and you say that he's jerking off the heroes. Jerking them around.
What am I, Jenkins over here? Like, have some dignity, sir.
I've just never heard anybody say beat off before.
No, I said feed. Feed off.
Oh, feed off.
Yeah, you misheard me.
I'm sorry. I heard beat off.
Your mind's going to the gutter over here. I'm like, I was just insulting the guy. Like, I
See, I
beat him
thought you
off.
meant to say beat down, but then, you know, like, you say beat and then you throw in a different word. It sounds weird. I thought you said
I mean, they
beat
can
up.
beat him off too. I don't care what they're in for. It's just you got to kill this motherfucker because he needs the snowball.
Oh, shit.
They're going in on our tour with the early balls. So something we've seen come back a little bit. Like Jin Q started taking some early ball points as well.
Okay.
And I kind of like it. This spell does a lot of damage on lane, and if you're playing a lane like this where the kills mean a lot, like you're not just you don't want to play this lane to just sustain and win regen over time. You want to play this lane to run at them and kill them.
Yeah.
So I think going this 1-2-1 build, something like this, is pretty nice. We might even see like, yeah, I think he's going Soul Ring on Io. So I like this. This is the right approach to this lane, I think, and I think they're doing pretty well.
Would you say it's a better way to beat off this this pain, the balls that is?
I mean, if you're gonna beat him off with balls, right? So I agree. In fact, just get
How's
in there.
mid lane going? 25. Holy shit, Abed's really far ahead. I'm presuming most of those are easy camp creeps because he just took another one, but still, he is net worth. I mean, he's 500 up right now. That's a pretty massive difference.
Yeah, he is destroying him. Pretty rare I see Quinn get destroyed this arc. I mean,
Radiant are
I don't know. I feel like this matchup, we've talked about it a lot, but it's not this Ember favorite.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, I think it's slightly Void Spirit favorite, so
An alternative.
Abed just going to work. Maybe some weird rotation happened we didn't see that swayed it, but
Radiant are scanning.
crit going top as well.
Yeah, they were close to actually being able to get the kill onto Arteezy. He got pretty low, but the crit rotation bails him out. Manages to give Evil Geniuses their first kill. Quinn does manage to bottle up the illusion rune, so this time around he's got his supports securing the power rune for him, the first one of the game. Not a great one
Kills
to get.
Quinn's courier as well.
Oh, jeez.
So Crit's making some pretty decent value moves early on, and his Mars is doing perfectly fine on his own. That's generally not a good sign. Like, if the enemy team can just leave their offlaner alone and he's just getting solo XP, he's already level 6. Like, this Tide, it's pretty hard for him to match Snapfire's roam impact. He's getting some stacks up, but it's like kind of not exactly what you want to be seeing.
Yeah.
And Arteezy is just already to the jungle. So, like, he didn't die on lane. Jarex died once, but then he kind of just left, and now this Io Slardar is like, there's no one to beat off, you know? There's no one here, so they're just beating off air. Useless.
Sad, lonely life right there. I like the call, though, from Quincy Crow. I was just worried about level 6 Mars with Snapfire. That's a pretty easy kill on TA. Ponlo's got some stacks here, and he was saying, okay, let's clear this. But Crit saw those stacks, and now Abed's going to take it away from the Templar Assassins. So play on counterplay on counterplay.
Yeah, this is... Big creeps are still up for grabs. Abed's super low. No remnant, though, so... He survives, and there's an arena here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, jeez.
Nightfall says, give me that.
Jarex looks like he's going to be dying. Top lane is...
Radiant's bottom
We're reaching the point where you're going to leave your support alone in lane, but they're just going to get run down by a Slardar IO. It's an incredibly powerful combination to hunt down supports.
Yeah, you can't show up here. You're going to insta-die every time. And they're going to keep this catapult alive, so it should be the early death of this tower.
Radiant's bottom tower
There was
is
some
under
potential,
attack.
maybe Nightfall TPs and fights it with the early arena, but chose to use the bottom, and he's just going to pressure the tower on his own, which I think is a fine choice. Like, this safe lane tower isn't that important for EG's game plan. But it is important for Quincy. Like, we were talking about this Io Slardar snowballing. He's getting pretty fat, and he'll have a pretty fast choice here, which I'm guessing is going to go towards Blink, because I do feel like he needs to get some stuff done.
Yeah.
But he could go Midas and just play to scale. We see that as the alternative a lot as well.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Do you feel like they would outscale? Like, if this Slardar combined with the TA, do you think they would be able to go late against a Naga Siren?
I mean, it does help. Like, Slardar can kind of help scale, but it's a double-edged sword. Like, I think in theory you want him to be going Blink and doing stuff, My issue is I just don't know if he actually has that many options with the blink. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Like, let's say he goes blink here. I guess he can just skirmish versus the Mars and maybe find Naga, but it's not helping them kill Ember, right? And it's not like he's gonna just suddenly find Naga. Arteezy is pretty good. He'll like scout with illusions. It's not gonna make a huge difference. So I think you do have to go blink here, but I don't think you feel that good about it. Like, who am I gonna like? You get blink, and who are you blinking on?
Right.
Armlet Mars with 1800 HP, who's hitting mid. It's not the easiest blink target.
Yeah, and sadly, this Blink Dagger is not going to come up fast enough. Evil Geniuses have moved this pace so quickly, they've taken the mid tower before the Slaughter is ready to join with that Blink Dagger. So they're going to try and go for it now. They do manage to get the pullback. The IO is here to be able to maybe save the Slaughter, but it's just too much damage. We talked about the fact that IO might not be able to save these heroes because these combination of heroes just do too much. Quinn has no Astral Steps. He won't be able to get out either. 2 kills and a tower. Yuar's going to be able to cut in and maybe get the 1 kill on crit, but Abed, he's having a free game right now. Might be able to pick up Milan. Unfortunately, chains didn't quite land, but the last hit of the slight isn't quite good enough. He's ready to jump back to his remnant at any time. No, he gets 1 more slight in to be able to finish off Milan. And then he leaves. A free game for Ember and a free game for Abed. That is a bad sign for Quincy Crew.
Yeah, that is just a very hard fight to take. Like, they don't have Ravage. The TA can't join easily. She doesn't even have a meld point. Only 2 inside blades. It's all on Void Spirit, and Quint did some work there bringing down Nightfall, but like, the tower is dead at 10 minutes. EG's already up 3k. Naga feels untouchable. And this free game Ember, you do not want to give this hero a free game. I feel like Ember is one of the top 5 most broken heroes in Dota with a free game. Yeah. He just destroys your map. Like, he's one of the strongest power runes users. He has some of the craziest power spikes in terms of just like his level timings and his item timings, and this is looking pretty grim because Nightfall's doing Nightfall things. He's the highest net worth. He took 2 towers, he made great rotations. He's gonna have an 1150 blink armlet here. Actually insane.
Yeah, he is going to scale just as well as the Slaughter. It seems like at this point they missed the crush. Jarex is going to survive just a second or 2 longer, but as a result, they might be able to get a counter kill. Kezu, here comes the damage. The IO is trying to slow it down, but once again, not enough he can do. They're going to relocate back out, but Ponlo is going to be left behind here. He goes for a TP out. Nightfall's going to be able to stop it with the spear. Abed on a killing spree already.
And he gets rewarded with a haste as well. The life of a free mid game.
Dude, you know Quinn's got to be mad about the rune difference because his runes were illusion and invis, and Abed meanwhile is getting arcane and haste rune.
But it's also a product of how the game's progressing, right? Like,
True. Yeah.
you can only be so mad, but it's gameplay that's giving them these runes because they're escalating this lead pretty fast. And Slaughter is not a hero you can be losing these types of engagements with because he just falls Omega far behind and he has no comeback mechanism outside of you do some crazy Roshan. So they need to get like a good Ravage fight or something.
Jeez, Pablo shows up immediately, is gonna die here potentially. Abed's just gonna play the distance here, go for 1 more slight. Pablo's gonna throw out the Ravage last second. He does manage to catch all 3, and it hit the Ember Spirit. The most important part, they're gonna be able to chain stun him, maybe? No! Abed, that's one of those situations where you're far enough ahead that you stay alive. Just a bit of stats makes the difference there.
And the buckler. That buckler armor cap.
Oh shit, a buckler.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't know if it saved him, but what saved him is Yawar decided to go on the Snapfire instead of the Ember, so...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I guess he just probably didn't think they would actually be able to chain stun like that, but it ended up being really close, and that's a huge kill not to get. So Quincy's probably not feeling too great about that, and EG is going to re-smoke.
Yeah, no Ravage this time. So... Blink Armlet ready to go on Nightfall. Anybody they run to is likely dead. That's going to be Palm, though. Really going to have to play the sacrificial 5 this game, it seems. Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
feels bad.
Do you see? Okay, we saw yesterday Jerix's idea of the ward plant, and he cut both trees, right, to block the ancient camp.
Yes.
I think this is what he originally wanted, which is you just cut the one tree and nobody sees that you have this spot. This is so smart.
Yeah, this one makes more sense. You might still be able to see it if you go like right in the corner, but that's definitely the best one to block that, just because it creates the most hassle. So that's, I mean, that's Jerix, you know. He does the little things better than almost anybody. And Quincy's looking for this Naga kill. They're gonna find it, but do they have the damage? Artur has
relocate
Manta.
in. Yule Scepter into the Remnant. They were able to land it. Artur tried to run his illusion in front of it, but
Yeah, I mean, that was very nice kill, very nice find. They're gonna get the ancient block as well. Quinn tips Nightfall. I don't know why, but got his ass.
it really did. Maybe he just thinks of it, that anybody's gonna tell. Maybe Nightfall's the person to go for.
That's probably true. I don't know. Russians are always pretty volatile.
What we heard from the VP, the old VP team, it seemed like that team ended in a big explosion. So maybe it was Nightfall, maybe it wasn't. But I mean, apparently they had huge internal problems, and there was no way that team could stay together.
Let me tell you, every team has huge internal problems, man. What is a team that's just like, oh yeah, we're all chilling? I mean, it's the team that wins every tournament, I guess. Even then, probably not. These people just need to get over their personal bullshit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I tell myself that too. I'm not saying I'm different, but that's just Dota. Like, Dota's gonna create personal problems because the game's so toxic, you know, for lack of a better word.
This
huge sleep here.
Is a double kill, undoubtedly. They TP'd out on the Tidehunter, and EG saw that as an opportunity to just, okay, keep this going. No Ravage. Find more kills, and they do. They get a second and third kill for all that. 7-12. 5,000 net worth up for 17 minutes. I mean, they're a team that can't quite do Roshan really quickly, but there's no way Quincy Crew is going to be able to ever sneak it in, it looks like.
Yeah, it's just too much map presence to deal with these Naga illusions. This Mars is just a really hard jump, so he can kind of play aggressive. Ember, invincible. I mean, this guy's almost never die in this game. I'd be surprised if he ever does die. It's probably going to be if EG somehow it's team wiped, but otherwise he can just run in and scout, so just a very hard map for Quincy to play. Probably not getting much easier for a while. They need BKBs on like the TA and Slardar, so they can take the fight and sustain through the Mars spells, but they're a ways off. And Yawar is doing a good job of finding his farm, as well as Kezu, to be honest. Slardar's not that easy of a hero to like keep up at net worth with in a losing game. So they're doing some stuff well. Just a matter of like, what does it lead to, you know? And is it going to be too little, too late?
Yeah.
Quinn's trying to set up the reload. Didn't catch him.
Oh, was there a hero that TP'd out?
Yeah, it was Ember.
Okay.
So he was trying to use the Ember into the Remnant, then Slardar comes in. Maybe they can kill him like that, because, you know, his shield will get burned on the Yules, and then they just physical damage him down. So that's an interesting way to maybe kill this Ember, but it's pretty hard. They're going for this wraparound.
I mean, if they can manage to make a good team fight, or even just a couple of pickoffs, they could take Roshan with that Deso on TA, but the question of whether or not they'll ever find that good team fight. As Abed's gonna come zooming in. He sees a pop smoke. He chases after them.
Yeah, Jerix, nice high ground ward plant. Smoke just doesn't connect. EG sniffs it out. Too obvious, they say.
Yeah.
And every time you miss one of these, Naga punishes you pretty hard. Because she's gonna vacuum up more of the map than almost any other carry, and she's gonna shove it into your face faster than almost any other carry. So you only have a certain window where you can hit some of these before you have to go back and show, and then EG gets a chance to just go and Roche or make a move of their own or de-ward your obs that you might have planted that didn't lead to anything. That's like some of the power of Naga and why EG is a very good Naga team. If it's hard to hit these types of moves, then it makes their Naga gameplay better, right? If they're giving up kills while Artur's trying to play the Naga game, then it makes their Naga gameplay worse. So historically, EG is a very good Naga team because they don't give you a lot of openings. They don't let you smoke on them that easily. They don't let you get the lanes in that easily. And it's these small things that add up.
A little bit scared that EG was setting something up bottom. They don't even rotate heroes down there besides the relocate. They just relocate, push out the 2 waves, hide in the side of the trees, come back to top. But EG are actually, or were actually setting up top. Nightfall was spending some time in the trees here, but nobody showed ultimately. Seems like Quincy Crew's kind of fallen back on plan B, which is seeing if they could, you know, keep to scale. I mean, I guess you're still waiting on your BKB timing, right?
Yes. And this goes back to, like, is this Blink or Midas on starter would have paid off more by now? It's just the hard thing to know. I still think Blink was the right decision, but now he's starting to feel it, you know? Because those windows to hit with it were just so small. Like, it's just hard.
Yeah.
But Yawar does have his BKB, disassembles for it, and gets some extra value, and Kezu is, you know, he's closing in 600 off or so. So they'll have a nice time with that, and I think they have to... they're going to try and sync it up with Quinn's Ags, and I think they have to get, like, a Smoke or Force the Roche or some type of play like this. Make EG come fight them with this timing so they can try and gain some footing in this game.
That'll sync up with Arteezy, who will have completed Scotty by that point in time, which I feel like is the starting point to Naga Siren being a monster in team fights, but not, like, where she's overwhelmingly strong.
Yes. Second item Naga is where she can do stuff, but it's not where she's beast mode.
Yeah.
It's like good enough to fight, but you're not going to the fight. Oh, this Naga's destroying me, like, I need help. Right? It's but the Scotty, we're talking about Yawar went Manta into Heart. I like this Manta Scotty more just because it's more damage and your actual hero does a bit more in terms of sticking on people. It's kind of like an alternative to the Diffusal Blade build that used to exist, but this is a deep fight
Immediate
for
relocate coming out from Milan. He recognizes that as long as Quinn doesn't get caught, this is really good for Quincy Crew. Dissimulates, doesn't get hit by any stuns, so now they can come back and fight. Yawar even was ready to, he TP'd back into the mid-tier 2. He didn't want to wait for the relocate back in. They stun Abed. Gets a cookie. I mean, should be fine. He's kind of baiting things out, but he actually does get... Oh, no! He jumped into the spear. Kezu popped the BKB, but it's Quinn who jumps into the spear of Nightfall. Now they have no mid. They still have the Ravage to go, but on this second life, or the second part of this fight, with the song going out, they're probably just going to get blown up here. Milan does manage to get a tether away.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Super
attack.
unfortunate that Quinn... I mean, it's also just... Quincy needs to be patient there, because I understand Kezu wanting to poke this Ember bit, but Quinn's had his Ags flying out. And it almost makes you think, like, if he has Ags there, he goes in and he double silences this Ember off the stun batch, right?
Yep.
And I think he just died. Like, I think they can just commit and he dies, so... Just a little discoordination in terms of their capabilities there, and missing a super big item. Because Ember does not have a survivability item. He's going this anti-armor build. So he doesn't have Yules, he doesn't have BKB. He's not going to have them for a huge amount of time. Which is actually giving Quincy a decent window to kill him with this Void Spirit Axe. With the Sardar Bash and that type of deal.
Yeah.
So Abed, talking about him being invincible, this is the point of the game where they can actually cut through this plate mail and burst him pretty fast if they get the silences on him.
Well, Quincy Crew, I'm not sure if you have many more options. I feel like you just kind of have to try again, right? You hit your timing. You still need that team fight to be able to take Roshan to start taking some sort of map control. I don't think you can keep waiting any longer.
Yeah, this is go time, especially Arcane Rune on Quinn. This is the strongest he's going to be for, like, maybe even the next 5 or 10 minutes. They don't win a fight. Yeah. You got to use it for something. You definitely cannot give EG the Roche. So you need to kind of keep tabs on it, which is hard to do, but I don't know. It's hard to just find the jumping. Quinn might even.
They see Quinn. Spear again, immediately the damage raining in, and Quinn does manage to get off the self-fuels. The anything to be able to dodge here actually goes in, pouncing on the kill onto the support. They do manage to get the bash onto Nightfall, slowing him down as he retreats up to the high ground. Paulo trying to hold on to his Ravage, but he gets blown up. Nightfall, he does too much damage with this armlet BKB. They caught Quinn. Spear is up in a second here, but he actually managed to get the Dissimulate off, jumps away. Astral Step runs into Jerix, and now... Oh, what? No.
Faithful?
That's impossible. There's no way. How does that not hit the tree?
They're going to chase here.
They're going to chase. Quinn is still in danger. He does have another round of silence, though. Astral Step is coming in. He managed to get hit by the cookie first. The follow-up spear, though, they're focusing on Quinn, and they've got him. They finally managed to kill him, but EG have heavily committed into this one. Milan being targeted by Arteezy. Crit comes in. 1-2 pop from the little shredder is enough to be able to get that kill. Ravage is ready to go, trying to catch some of the backline as well. Doesn't quite land it. The support's trying to get Arteezy out. Pops the illusions, but it looks like he is going to be surrounded here unless... Holy crap, he just tries to run away, but a gush finishes him off. Jerix is going to get blown up by the side blades. Finally, Quincy Crew, it cost them, it was a little bit of luck, and it cost them some buybacks, but they finally win a fight that allows them to go take Roshan.
Yeah, there's the tip to Nightfall. That's the deserved tip right there. Like, what a costly spear. I mean, I don't know how that even missed. It was like through 10 trees. You can't blame him for it. Just God gave in himself looking out for Quincy in this game, but I mean, what a huge turn of events. Like, EG got baited by that so hard. They run up this hill thinking they can actually fight, but Io kept Quinn alive for so long that Abed just melted to this amp with the meld hits.
Back inside the game, he was slowed.
Killing him again?
Yeah, they killed him again. He got slowed, I think, by the tether when he tried to go for the Remnant, or maybe it was just the crush slow. Either way, his Remnant.
Nightfall trying to
maybe they got him. Double kill for Yawar. What a turnaround for Quincy Crew.
Yeah, what? This is a crazy comeback because I don't think they had much way to get that Roshan into the Naga and the Mars BKB unless EG overextends theirs. Just giving them so much in this game. And y'all are just going to town on these amp targets. I feel like this Ember build did not pay off this game. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel like he was in a position to be invincible, and he's going this like Shiva's build, which seems good on paper, but it's such a slow build-up, and he finally has it. I just wonder if it's cost him too much in the time it's taken to get there.
Do you think... I'm not sure if Yule saves him, right? Because of the Void Spear kind of like... He sets up with Yule's off of the Aether Remnant, and he's got 2 rounds of the Silence. Do you think he should have gone straight BKB?
It's hard to know. Like, honestly, maybe there just wasn't that good of an item he could have got to prevent that timing from being so harmful, but it just feels like the last 2 deaths, like, it's just... It cost EG a lot, right? Because he's their bulwark in the fights. Like, if he can come back a second time or stay alive and keep chaining Slardar, force the early BKBs, that's how EG wins these fights. But just seems like he gets amped and he's stunned once or Remnant. He's just dead. Like, the armor's not saving him anyway.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And meanwhile, Quinn gets free, like, resonant pulses on him. So that's where if, like, the armor isn't going to save you anyway, maybe you just get the BKB so you can at least dodge the stuns out or something.
Right, right.
and just kind of play a backline Ember, like let the Naga Illus go in, let your Mars go in, and not commit so early. The Shivas is more like, I'm gonna go in, but it seems like he's going in and dying anyway.
Oh, Jarix, he grabbed him just before the stun. The Ravage is still going to be there, though, so ultimately he does die, but it gives him time to be able to set up on Yawar, maybe, but he's got Aegis, he's got BKB, he's going to pop the BKB right away, start lining up the side blades. Quid's going to come in, manage to hit one silence on the Ember Spirit. The silence, though, to finish it up. Ooh, he couldn't get off the second round. Abed's going to get out because of the sleep from Arteezy. They're going to chase for more, though.
I don't know about this chase, though. It seems deep.
Yeah, especially with the Ember Spirit now coming back. Immediate Yules into the Aether Remnant, though. He's going to be caught. He's going to be silenced. He's going to be killed by Quincy Crew. Abed, he was saved once by Arteezy, but he pushed his look, going for a second engagement in that fight.
I was worried about Quincy overextending, but Abed just no man's land gets caught by Quinn Yules. Honestly, Quinn is like, I feel like he's playing out of his mind a little bit. This is not an easy game for him. Like, he's finding the right targets with his Yules and using it offensively in a game where he almost needs it defensively, making things happen. And Yawar has a full Bloodthorn now.
I mean, it feels like Quincy Crew is. It feels like they're in a blood frenzy, you know? Like they had that one fight with the lucky spear thing, and they've just now, I mean, they recognize their momentum, and they're just like running around the map trying to find more kills.
That's exactly what they should be doing, because their lineup is super momentum based. Like, they have this Aegis, they have it for 5 minutes. You better get a lot out of it. They've gotten a decent amount.
50 seconds left. They're going to go for Ponlo here. They do manage to kill him. Nightfall, though. Oh, he's going to turn around and maybe kill Milan. Milan, he's pretty squishy. The Aether Remnant. No, the Sleight of Fist comes in. Still, though, the cores are low. Arteezy's very low. He's going to try and go for the illusion, but denied by the Yule Scepter. Comes back down into the Kazu swing. That'll finish him off. Abed. Oh, side blades are actually hitting Crit in the back line as well, so Crit is probably going to die to Quinn.
He can chase.
He can chase. They've got the stun. He's got the first hit bash ready to go, too. Abed's dead. Jarix, it's only a matter of time before he's found and killed. From like a 6,000 net worth lead to Evil Geniuses to 7,000 for Quincy Crew. This game is completely turned around. They had a 78-22 win favorability, or whatever you want to call that, for Dota Plus. Now it's 87-13 to favor Quincy Crew.
Dota doesn't know. Dota doesn't understand Slaughter, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand Slaughter. This hero looked insane this game, in a game that I don't think is even that good of a Slaughter game. Like, I just, the TA Slaughter minus armor synergy just makes these heroes look like paper. It doesn't feel like Naga been able to do anything. Which I guess is just Naga. Maybe this hero just sucks. I don't know. Making me question this hero. Like, I think Artura is the right build, and it just feels like they ignore him. Like, Abed just can't enter the fight. His Bloodthorn, I was mentioning it, but once again, he still has no Dispel, so, like, he gets Bloodthorn. Kezu can almost solo kill him. He has a full AC now. This game's way out of hand. I think EG's, like, this game's almost impossible now, because this Ember's just way too far behind.
Yeah. He's got a butterfly. Did he have that butterfly last team fight on the Naga Siren?
I believe he did. Didn't seem like it mattered.
Yeah, seriously. That's all I was going to say. That's a bad sign, because he got ripped apart in that last team fight.
Well, it's also the Bloodthorn, if he can land it on the real Naga, it's removing a huge amount of that net worth.
Yeah.
So I really like this item choice from Yawar. I think it's paid off in a huge way.
Do they know that Naga Siren is definitely taking more damage than the other one? They know it's real. The rest of the team is trying to close in. Instead, they see the opportunity to jump onto Mars. Nightfall tries to hold his own with a bulwark. They're going to pop the BKB. Fiend's Grip on the BKB target. That's a really nice sleep combination right there. But Yawar, who now has his own BKB, Bloodthorn onto Abed. Nice Ravage coming in from Ponlo. They're going to turn and go for Arteezy. No, they deal with the backline first. Spain's going to be first. Yule's up. Aether Remnant coming in to be able to hold in Artur. They have the Bloodthorn. It's coming back up. It's got it. He doesn't have any illusions to be able to throw down. Naga Siren, just a bad hero when it's only her. Evil Geniuses, I think they're just done. Did they call GG? It feels like they should.
That felt like the GG. I thought you were just going to end on Naga's a bad hero. I thought that was the whole sentence, but They're making it look like a bad hero this game. I mean, I thought EG was in a decent position, but didn't feel like Naga did anything with all her net worth. I feel like Yawar just took this game over on the back of some really clutch Yule Remnant setups by Quinn on this Ember. Like, Ember had free reign, and then, I don't know, that Nightfall Spear just destroyed them.
Yeah.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
All right, 2 lanes of barracks. They still have the tier 2 up bottom lane, but Quincy crew, I'm gonna guess they just kind of hold until Roshan, which is actually a pretty early one. We got just 50 seconds to wait.
Yeah, I guess you just play for the other Aegis here. Like, Quincy kind of doesn't even have to do anything anymore. They're just up so much in such a strong position now. I mean, this is the part of the game where your Slardar and Void Spirit have scaled into beasts. Like, you're not worried about the game going later in this type of position, right? You're perfectly happy. Void Spirit, talking about Ember, I was saying this hero's really broken. Void Spirit is up there too in terms of what this hero can do with Ag, Shard, which he has both, and like all his talents. I mean, this hero just becomes, it's like his own primal beast or something with the amount of escape and stuns and silences and all damage he can do. You can even do the, like, you know, the E-Blade Dagon type stuff with his spell amp, so they're just gonna run in.
Yeah, he's almost level 25 with the Dissimulate stun. They're gonna relocate into the Ember Spirit here, go for that chain stun. Once again, there is going to be
what
the
a
song
song.
save.
That's where you wish you had that black hole, you know?
Yeah, seriously.
I
But
mean,
it does
Artor's
mean
been
they
pretty
had
good.
to use song defensively, so free rush,
Yes.
right?
I think Artor's had pretty good songs this game. I like that song grip combo we saw earlier.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Roshan has fallen
But
to the Radiant.
yeah, this Roshan's just gone. Disintegrated. Age is back on Yawar. He's like untouchable. Has his refraction talents as well, so that's where this hero becomes insanely annoying to deal with. Outside of Naga, EG does not have the easiest ways to cut through 14 charges, right? So
Yeah.
pretty spooky. They caught Artor.
He did. He's silenced. He's got another round of silence to be able to throw down. And he doesn't even have song, even if he was released for a moment. It's not going to matter. BKB activated. Kezu's going to chase after him while they also did crit Yawar. Cleans that one up for free. And hey,
Oh.
look, there's Nightfall.
He got ravaged and then paused on. And the XD.
He's got nowhere to go to. He lost his TP. He's not going to be able to get a blink away.
Yeah, he got his TP canceled, so he's dead here for sure. I just noticed there's a random slipper of agility in the river.
Yeah, I've clicked on that a number of times.
Whose is that?
I have no
Yawar's
fucking
probably?
clue. Yeah. I have to assume he dropped it when they were like on their way to the Roshan pit and he never microed his courier to grab it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's only 75 gold. You know, there's bigger bags of gold to claim in this game than worrying about your slippers, so
That's true. That's
understandable. What a crazy... I mean, this game just solidifies. I just don't have much faith in Naga after this. I don't know.
true. Yeah, if EG can't make it work, then, you know, unless we're going to be watching an LGD or Team Spirit play Naga Siren, I don't have much hopes for the hero.
Yeah, maybe if Yataro plays it, he'll show us what's up, but these games, something's off about people's understanding of this hero. Maybe that's another way to put it. Like, maybe the hero's not bad, it's just how people are using it. Maybe it was something... It almost felt like Abed, he's trying to, like, take the game over, and he was in a decent position to do that, but maybe if he had a carry that could help him do it earlier, it would have just ended.
Yeah.
And then on, like, the same token, Naga's, like, not pulling enough weight later if they miss that point. He's just not outputting enough damage in these fights.
Yeah,
That's what it kind of feels like.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's the problem I have with Naga Siren is that like she's so slow, but at the same time I don't feel like she guarantees me late game.
Yeah, it's a bad combination. It's like, well, you almost just always rather have Terribly. That's how I feel. Unless you have some sleep combo, but just not that many in the meta.
Yeah. And I think I mean, since back in the day, though, we talked about newbie and how they would run like KP off lane, Naga Siren all the time and stuff like that. I think since then they nerfed the cooldown on Song, so it's hard to use that multiple times.
Yes, that's been nerfed. You see this Milan Courier that got killed?
No.
So top Radiant tier 1. His courier was getting killed by Jarek, so he dropped his heart recipe on the ground. And now he's telling Kezu to send his courier to pick it up. So he can buy his item, which he's buying a heart.
Okay. Wait, but what? If his courier was did it die to like a long range shot that was gonna come in?
Yeah, like he was speeding it away, right? And the attack was coming in.
Oh, okay.
So he dropped his item, so it wasn't dead on the courier. But Kezu can't pick it up, I think. Like, I don't think you can pick up... I don't think he can pick up other people's items on the ground. So this recipe's just stuck here. It's like a 1,200 gold recipe. But anyway, there's
Alright, they're diving in real deep, and that's a long Fiend's Grip. Fortunately, the Bloodthorn stopped the Fiend's Grip and gives Quinn an opportunity to be able to get out. He's still stuck in the Song, though. No follow-up to that. He's going to be able to Astro Step away. Now without the Song, I mean, Yawar's pretty free to just dive in whenever he sees the opportunity. Nightfall's gonna go for it. A refresher goes for a spear, but no, stunned by the tether from the shard. Immediate tips on Nightfall, all in. I hate that shard. I hate the IO shard.
Broken. It's broken.
It's broken.
And they call GG. I mean, this shard was the GG. Let's be real. And Milan's TVing top to get his recipe. So
hey,
you try and build his heart before the game ends.
Oh,
you can get it. Noob.
It's a lackluster inventory that Milan has.
Yeah, what was this guy doing? They're looking pretty shady, you know? Well, yeah, that shard is nasty. Like, it's way too hard to think about. That's the problem. Yeah. Like, on paper, maybe it's not even that good. I mean, honestly, on paper, it's probably still good even without that stun, because it gives, like... It gives other amp and stuff, right? Yeah, it's extra move speed. So, even the move speed's like... I mean, it's not worth a shard alone, but it's like, it gives other stuff on top of the stun, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But that stun is like... In a team fight like that, in a game this long, and he buys it at some random time that you can't think about, and it's not even that obvious. Like, it's harder to see the shard icon than some item in his inventory. Way too hard to think about that spell. And you just get caught. It's like a guaranteed catch on the guy blinking in.
Yeah. You're like, even if you are thinking about it, sometimes you still have to like blind blink in, right? And
yeah,
if you don't know where the IO is, you know. I
mean, in theory, you're supposed to like BKB, but again, it's like this force of habit thing. Like, nobody does that, right? It's just
sure.
Way too hard. Like, you're Magnus, you're gonna blink skewer, or like blink Hornpaw skewer. That's what you're thinking about. You're not like, all right, I'm gonna BKB and then blink in to do this. So you just do it, and then you're just stunned, and then you lose the game. So it's a nutty shard. It's quite good. I think you pretty much buy it every game on this hero. Like, almost no matter what. Unless you're in some weird game where you're just playing for some bunch of like death ball shit or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna download the replay. I'm gonna watch that the courier drop you were talking about, and the spear play. I went back and watched it again, but we'll watch it a third time just for the ridiculousness of that spear.
I mean, that was a game-changing spear, because if Quinn dies there, maybe they just go in Roche, and then Abed has Aegis, right? And then that Aegis gets him through the timing where he couldn't get to his next item to survive. So, like, I actually can't overemphasize enough how much that changed the game. Yeah, seriously. Maybe that's just EG versus Quincy. It's like that game we played where Yawar got tossed and bought back.
Oh god. Yeah.
You know, and then we won that game, and then we won the series. Maybe it's the same thing happening here. You know, there's some weird, half glitchy, weird play that tilts them. They lose game 2, and then Quincy's just gonna stop game 2.
Yeah, I was literally going to say that I feel like Quincy Crew is actually favored in this game 3, because I can't imagine. I just have to. I think EG would gotta be tilted after that game 2. I mean, especially
probably. He's probably tilted. He's gonna say he's not tilted, but in actuality, he's probably tilted.
Yeah. The angle on this is so absurd.
Radiant's bottom
I mean, he had they could have followed up with the cookie instead, but like, it's just so unreasonable. Like that
You're
was a
always gonna spear the
guaranteed
guy.
spear. Yeah. It was guaranteed.
I guess maybe there's some argument Quinn should have gone up in this scenario too, though. Though Nightfall was thinking about him going up, so it's hard to know. I mean, he's slept too, so it's like. I mean, I don't know, dude. What do you... Like, theoretically, he's supposed to walk around and spear him towards the trees along the outpost. In theory, that's the guaranteed safest thing, you know, but... This is a pretty ridiculous split the wickets. I'm pretty sure it should hit a tree there, to be honest. I don't know what these hitboxes are, but like...
I noticed that area, the tree to the right of it looks like there's a bit of a gap there too.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
almost
there is
looks
a
like there's
gap.
supposed to be a fourth tree in this area.
I mean, you know, some Valve dev put that gap in there like 3 years ago or whatever. It was like, yeah, like I'm gonna make this tree line just not hittable, so timber chains and all this shit misses it.
Yeah.
And he never thought it would affect anybody, and now it's like, oh, there go your DPC points.
Yeah.
This fight really, like, this is a turning point in the game.
That's like some chaos theory, you know, step on a butterfly, half a world away, hurricane starts, you know. Some Valve dev doesn't put in a fourth tree and all of a sudden the EG doesn't go to TI.
That's Dota. I mean, I bet you he'll never spear there again. He learned his lesson.
PTSD. No, not again. Never
we
spear
see-
in that area.
If we see that play again, he's gonna walk like all the way to the other side and spear him the opposite direction, you know?
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All right. Drops the heart. what a wild, risky maneuver. Like, what if Jarek's just happened to like cut over to go over to these trees and he just sees a 1200 heart recipe on the ground?
Yeah, that's why I've never seen anybody do this, because it seems kind of crazy, but... Like, I also think he thought you could pick it up with other couriers, which would make sense to me too, but I guess
Yeah.
he couldn't. So maybe this play, like, isn't even good, because then... I mean, I guess he can just TP there and pick it up later. It's his idea.
Oh god, he's so close to seeing this. Are you? Do you see my screen right now?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay.
I mean, he sees vision with his attack, right? Like, if
yeah.
if you go to his fog, does he actually see?
No.
Mm.
He's so close to seeing it. Does Bane have superior night vision? He have like 1,000 instead of 800?
Yes, he has higher night vision.
Okay. I was about to say that's why. I think I only know that because superior night vision is a very important part of Arkosh's strategy.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you knew that. It's
I didn't know that.
you can include that in your analysis. That's a big reason why they pick sniper. It's superior nighttime vision.
Is that helping them or no?
Well, they are Division 2 now, so I'm not sure if it worked out, but
Yeah. You may want to go with the superior day vision next time, you know.
Oh,
Maybe
you know
that's
who?
the superior strat.
Do you know there is a hero that actually has superior daytime vision now?
There's a couple, I think, right?
I think everybody is capped out at 1800 except for one hero.
Who is that?
I should have included. You remember that quiz you took? That's